Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my dear children. This is your Prakash sir here once again among with you with a new topic today from the 4th chapter of your first book and the second video of the 4th chapter. Today's topic is the message of Mahavira. Beyond worldly pleasures, the message of Mahavira. Yes, my dear friends, Vardhamana Mahavira was 24th Tirthankara or Guru of Jains. Before his birth, somewhere around 6th century BC, there were 23rd gurus or 23rd teachers of Jain philosophy. They were known as Tirthankaras, and Vardhamana Mahavira was the 24th or last Jain Tirthankara. And the teachings of all these Jain Tirthankaras and finally the teachings of the last Jain Tirthankara become commonly known as Jain philosophy. These teachers, Jain Tirthankaras, used to help the people, men and women, to guide them across the river of life or river of existence. I mean, it is believed that these Tirthankaras or these Jain teachers used to help the people to know what is that good deeds and what a person should do in order to get rid of the cycle of this death and birth. The most important idea in Jainism is that the entire world is animated. Even stones, rocks and water have life. Now, the very important aspect of Jain philosophy is that everything which is existed in this earth is animated. Like we used to believe that we all human beings who are there in this earth today have been playing a role which is assigned to us by somebody. Somebody, the one whom we believe as a creator. He has assigned us certain role, and we are a character in that big drama which is being directed by that creator. And we come to this, when we born in this particular place, we will born here, and we born here as a character of that particular drama, and we live that particular character, and at the end we die as that particular character. The same thing is that here, everything which is found there in this world, even the things which we believe, non-living things, like abiotic things, like water, stones, rocks, etc. All these things, including human beings, plant kingdoms, animal kingdoms, everything is animated. Entire world is animated, and somebody is there having that string, and making these animated things to move on and do the different things there in this world. It also believe in complete non-violence and non-injury to the living beings especially. So look at there, non-injury to living beings, especially to humans, animals, plants and insects, is central to Jain philosophy. So the idea of non-violence, especially the idea of non-killing, non-injury of human beings, at the same time non-killing, non-injuring or non-harming any other living beings, plants and any other animals, even the insects, are the very much important aspect of Jain philosophy, are central to the Jain philosophy. Or Jainism believes in the non-injury of all living beings in the earth. In fact, the principle of ahimsa emphasized within Jainism has left its mark on Indian thinking as a whole. So this principle of ahimsa, this idea of ahimsa, or this ideology of ahimsa, has become a very important aspect of Indian philosophy over the period of time. Dear children, we know about Gandhiji, and he also taught the people, he used to tell the people about ahimsa. He followed the path of non-violence. Okay, non-violence mode and method of movement, ahimsa, satyagraha, etc. So these, Gandhiji made this non-violence and ahimsa and satyagraha famous in the modern age. And this has been there in Indian philosophy since that time of Jains or Jain philosophers. According to Jain teachings, the cycle of birth and rebirth is shaped through karma. Asceticism and penance are required to free oneself from the cycle of karma. So, Jain philosophy believes that, Jain teachings says that the cycle of birth and rebirth is shaped through karma. Okay, today we believe in birth and rebirth. And Jain philosophy also believe in this birth and rebirth. Life after the death. Okay, and Jain philosophy or Jain teachings believe that, this cycle of birth is actually associated with the karma. Okay, or in other way, your good deed in this life will make your life after your death or next life better. Or what you are living in today, how you are living in today. If you are suffering in this world maybe as a result of your deed in your previous life. Okay, so that is what is exactly the law of karma. What you do today is going to affect your afterlife or your next life. Or in other way, the suffering which you are having today, or things which you are suffering today, is because of your deed in your previous life. Okay, so this cycle of birth and rebirth is associated and decided by the karma. And asceticism and penance are required to free oneself from the cycle of karma. So if you want to free yourself from the cycle of karma, the cycle of birth and rebirth, then you have to follow a different type of life. You have to follow the life of asceticism, and you have to accept penance. Asceticism means the life of sannyasi, or life of the saint, which is, in other way you can say that in a simple word, in simple layman word, you can say that living very much plain life, having no extraordinary demands, having no having no greeds. Okay, living with what you have, not expecting more and more in your life. Okay, and especially renouncing this comfortability of your life, living in the uncomfortable situation, accepting uncomfortable situations. Say, take an example. Today, we become, we live in comfortability and we prefer comfortability. Suppose, take an example. Suppose you feel hot. Okay, you feel hot, especially in this summer day. We are feeling hot. So when we feel hot, what do? Either we prefer AC or we switch on our AC, or at least if we don't have AC also, we at least switch on fans, because we want to live in comfortable situation. But the Jain philosophy says that if you want to do away with the cycle of karma, then live ascetic life, live in complete asceticism, and accept the penance, accept the pain. Then by doing all these things, you may be freed from this cycle of karma in your next life. This can be achieved only by renouncing the world. Therefore, monastic existence is a necessary condition of salvation. So, they believe, or the Jain teachers believe, that this type of things, living ascetic life and accepting penance, is only possible once you renounce the world or this worldly things. Okay, or renouncing the materialistic things will lead to the acceptance of the life of asceticism. Okay, until and unless you renounce this world, the relationship in which we are chained today, we are tied today. He is mine and that is mine, this thing is mine and it is yours, and he is my mother, he is my father, he is my son, etc., etc. All these relationships are actually the chain. And until and unless we leave all these things, all these worldly things, we won't be able to follow the ascetic life. And if we won't be able to follow the ascetic life, we are not going to be freed from the chain of this karma. Okay, so that is why Jains believe that in order to break this cycle of karma, we need to renounce this world, and for the to get the salvation, it is very much necessity. The very important criteria to get and achieve salvation, or to get rid of the cycle of birth and rebirth, to get rid of this pain and sorrow and suffering, we need to get salvation. And to get salvation, we need to give up this world or these worldly things. Jain monks and nuns took 5 vows to abstain from killing, stealing and lying, to observe celibacy, and to abstain from possessing property. So, the monastic order which is being practiced in Jainism also, like Buddhism, monastic orders are there. And those who become a part of this monastic order, men will be known as monk and women will be known as nun. So, the men and nun who become the part of this monastic order have to take 5 vows or 5 promises. These 5 promises are: first one, they have to abstain from killing, telling lie and stealing. Okay, 3 very important things. People should not kill. Okay, we should not harm and injure and kill other living things. 1. Secondly, we should not steal anything from anybody. And thirdly, we should not lie. We should not tell a lie. Then after, one need to observe celibacy, purity of your life. You should not indulge in any unwanted relationship, any unwanted activities. You need to be completely pure. Your body should be pure. Your soul should be pure. Entirely you have to practice celibacy, and to abstain from possessing property. We should give up. We should give away everything we have, and we should not claim anything, any resources. We should not own any property. Okay, so these are the 5 vows which is to be taken by the monks and nuns to become the part of Jain monasticism. Now next topic is the spread of Jainism. This particular part is a teaching of Jainism. Sometimes this question can come as a teaching of Vardhamana Mahavira also. Teaching of Vardhamana Mahavira and teaching of Jainism or Jain philosophy is same thing. Okay? It's same thing. It can be expected for 3 marks. Sometime it can come as a part of 8 marks question also, becoming a part of first 4 marks question or second 4 marks question. Gradually, Jainism spread to many parts of India. Like the Buddhist, Jaina scholar produced a wealth of literature in a variety of languages like Prakrit, Sanskrit and Tamil. For centuries, manuscripts of this text were carefully preserved in libraries attached to temples. Now, like Buddhism, gradually Jainism also started spreading to different parts of the country. And like Buddhist scholars, Jain scholars also started writing a number of books, a wealth of literatures. Large number of Jain literatures are available or written down by Jain philosophers, and those are written down in different languages like Prakrit, Sanskrit and Tamil. And for centuries the manuscripts of those Jain literatures are being preserved in the library which are attached to the Jain temples and all. Some of the earliest stone sculptures associated with religious traditions were produced by devotees of Jain Tirthankaras and have been recovered from several sites throughout the subcontinent. And over the period of time, there were large number of followers of Jain Tirthankaras, and those followers have made sculptures of those Jain Tirthankaras and all. So those those sculptures and all are found and recovered from different parts of our country and had been studied by the historians and also become a part of the sources to know about Jainism. Thank you very much, children. This much for the Jains and the teachings of Jain Tirthankaras or teaching of Vardhamana Mahavira. To be continued in our next class, in our next video, I'll make a video for Buddhism, Buddha's quest for enlightenment and Buddha's teaching. Thank you very much.